Because Revive California is a coalition of apostles who are coming together, representing thousands of churches. And we made a covenant together that we're going to be united and stand behind one candidate instead of spreading out all the votes. And I'm really proud of our pastors. They're getting it, that they need to be engaged with society.
I think, people are looking for something different too. You definitely be different. You check some boxes that a lot of people don't, And again, being politically incorrect, the race issue. Yeah.
Conservative.
Conservative. We
conservative
people
Korean.
don't realize. We think, people don't realize 51% of California are people of color. And next to the Hispanic, the Asians are number 2, and then the African Americans. We have many more Asian in California than we do even African American. And yet, I was serious. I was kind of joking, tongue in cheek, but I was just really saying, man, if she was living in California, if Sarah was living, we could just really mobilize, and you make a great governor. With 40 million people in this state, of course, the wealthiest state financially, but it's the most taxed state.
Yeah.
And it's just like sales tax, petroleum tax, state tax, corporate tax.
Over half of any paycheck that comes from the state, over half goes to some form of government, which shocks me, that people can put up with that. And that's unfortunate because California is a perfect state. It really is geographically, geology-wise, the workforce, the technology, everything is here in California. It's the governance that is just rotten.
Oh, it's terrible. We just need someone that really has the values that we have, and wants to really transform. Not a politician, but
exactly. I think people are really craving something new. And again, as I spoke about how rapidly things are moving, that bodes well, again, for that freshness, for the newness, for the new face, the new voices.
Right. Again, when we talk about apostles, we're talking about spiritual fathers and mothers, and you're a spiritual mom. I'm a spiritual father. And, when people started calling me Papa Che around 10 years ago, just spontaneously around the world, I didn't like it because it made me sound old. But then I realized, wait a minute, I'm a grandfather because my grandson Justice was born. He was 2 years old. And so I just realized, you know what? I am a father, and I want to serve other pastors and leaders and people who are in the government. Cindy prophesied over me just today, and she said, I'm going to be a spiritual father to people, even on the government mountain. And so anything I could do is serve you. All that to say, anything I could do is serve you and help you. I just want you to know you do have a tribe down here.
That's great.
That's not going to abandon you. They're going to stand with you.
When it comes to, that's funny, you talk about age. You felt like, oh, Papa made you. I always think like lately, am I the only one in the world where it's cool with me that I'm getting older? I'm glad. It's like I used to always be the youngest in the room in our conferences, in our, national governors conferences, and we'd go to the White, and I always kind of felt like a kid or something. It's like, no, now I'm in a room so often I could be their mother, even their grandmother biologically, and I'm glad for that. Yeah, that life experience is under your belt now.
Right.
And it is preparation. And when preparation meets opportunity, you know how it works. That's success. I'm thankful for being a grandma and having, different perspectives on things now. Right. So just like you're speaking with the ageism things, like, that's cool. I'm glad.
Yeah. Well, even if, because what we're doing with Revive California, we have 5 pillars, and one of them is Reformation. And we want to do like 10-minute like TED Talks of how to run for office, how to raise money, what not to do, how to deal with the press, things like that. We just want to train people.
Sure.
Because it's not just California. We have people who are watching us from around the world, and definitely throughout the United States. So
a focus can also be on, and I had forgotten to encourage the audience out there too, is you don't need a title. You don't need an office to get out there and make a difference. And everybody does have that sphere of influence that can grow and grow and grow. So that to be encouraged, but also encouragement for staffers or volunteers, potential, the virtue of loyalty. Oh my goodness. Because in politics and media, there's not a lot of loyalty. It's like, it's so hard to count on people except family, it seems like. So to really just press that in to those who want to be involved and know
Right.
that they're not called to maybe run for office, but how important that virtue of loyalty
Oh,
is.
absolutely.
Through
Absolutely.
thick
Yeah.
and thin, they got to stick with that person, and if they know that that person is supposed to be there in that office and is trying their hardest and do that, you can't bail on the guy.
Well, it's amazing how loyalty is tested in adversity. Everyone can say, "Hey, I'm faithful, I'm loyal," until the test comes,
Right,
and then
right.
you see, what they're made of. But so that was good because God has brought so many wonderful young leaders into our church. We've grown during this. People are coming who are not believers. They want to check out this crazy pastor who's the governor, and they're getting
That's
saved.
so
And
good.
it is God. What the enemy meant for evil, He's turning around and using for the good. And so we're just blessed. And so thank you so much. We're going to have fun tonight.